Hello, my duckies. Welcome back to the Boston Nation of Best You Love or You Hate. How's it going, everybody? I know what you're doing, and I know what you're thinking. I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! As you can see, I still have Yu-Gi-Oh! Up on my channel. I've recently uploaded Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not quitting. Calm your tits. You're all hitting me up saying, oh, you're quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I'm just adding something, a little more flavor to the channel, which will start having my nation a lot more people to the nation. So, as you see in the title, I'm going to teach you how to play this pretty new game. Not pretty new, it came out in 2015. Pretty good and fun game, Buddyfight. Feature card Buddyfight to be exact. Now, before I teach you how to play, if you want to learn, if you don't want to hear my voice and hear me butcher a couple of these names, go to the anime and watch the anime there. They'll teach you how to play it betterly than I can. Apologies if my cat pops up on the screen because he's just being that person today. So yeah, let's start it off. First, let's start off with the basics. The stage. You have your deck, your drop zone, buddy zone, flag and item zone, right monster zone, center monster zone, left monster zone, and then your gauges. So, what you will first do when you would buy your trial deck or starter deck, if you would, because I'm pretty sure you would do that if you're about to start the game, you will get one of these things. You will get a flag that decides what world you play for. You will get a more hollow monster, which is considered the buddy of the deck. You will put him here, here, and then you will get this life counter. Basis of the whole game, drop your opponent's life point to 0. Yu-Gi-Oh! You start with 10 unless your flag says otherwise, like the Dragon's Way, you start with 20 life, or Thunder Empire, you start with 11, and other decks like that, other flags and stuff like that. You can increase your life points up to like 100 and stuff like that, but very doubtful. The game never really lasts that long before then. The game goes by fast. It's like clockwork. It goes really quick. So, let's go on to the worlds. There's multiple different worlds. Each one of them has a ton of different archetypes in there. There's Dragon World, there's Darkness Dragon World, there's Star Dragon World, there's Hero World, Ancient World, and the list goes on. And there's also special worlds where, like, as I said before, the Thunder Empire, the Chaos, they're just worlds that have a little bit more push to them. They are more competitive, in other words. So, let's start off with, let's see. Okay, let's go with the monster. That's the best way to start it. Monsters. You have the red, which is right here, which is your attack, which is at 7,000. The blue is his defense. If you played Vanguard, you would know when he attacks, he rests, or like White Swords. It seems that all Bushiroad's games do that. And then this number in the middle, it's white. That's how much damage you do if you attack your opponent to the face or penetrate, which is like piercing damage for Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can only do it in a monster in the center. But we'll get into that later. And then you see its size, which is 2. Now, about sizes, let's see if I can look for a few of them up here. Ah, perfect. We have 1, 1. Now, there's the thing you need to know about sizes. The size in this game is very important, unless your flag says otherwise. Pretty much you can only have monsters on the field to a size limit of 3. So, let me explain. You can have 1, 1, and a 1. Size 1 monsters. Pretty good. Or you can have 1 and a size 2. Or, you want to be that person and be OP. See if I can find him. I know he's in here. You can have a big size 3 monster on the field and just sit there. Or in some situations, you can have a size 0 and a size 3. Unless your deck says otherwise. This is what we call the cancer formation. Because you have 2 zeros and a 3 and just you're coming for your opponent's neck. And those are pretty much monsters. They're all different. They all have different abilities. And it's kind of... I really suck at explaining stuff, but I'm going to do the best of my ability for y'all. So that's pretty much all about monsters. I'll get into their abilities, because certain monsters have different, how would I put it, different things that you need to know that is very, very important. If I could grab those damn cards. Now, let's talk about penetrate and move, these abilities that certain monsters have. The move ability. Move. You can only activate the move ability during the battle phase. At the start of the battle phase, If your monster has move, move. It sounds weird, but only time... Okay, I probably should have said this before. When you're being attacked, if you get attacked to the center, you're taking the damage to the face, pretty much. Like it's a direct attack. Unless you have a monster that's here, then your opponent can't hit you in the face. They have to get over your monster. Unless, like he has right here, which is penetrate. If this guy's in defense position and he attacks over him, he runs him over, he gets penetrate, which is piercing damage, so I'm going to hit you in the face. I'm destroying your monster, and you're taking some damage for it. I suck at explaining. I'm sorry. But I'm doing the best I can. So that's move and penetrate. Then we have Soul Guard. Soul Guard is like an ability that some monsters have that allows them to stay alive longer. So for situations like he puts the top card of your deck into your soul, you just put it like this. It's kind of like an overlay unit for Yu-Gi-Oh! And they can have multiples of them and whatnot. So no matter how battle damage or destruction, take one, put it in the drop zone, he's still alive. But he still counts as he's been destroyed, but he just comes right back. That's pretty much all for the Soul Guard. Now, I'm pretty Soul Guard, move, penetrate. Oh yes, double attack and triple attack. Simple. If a monster has double attack, he can attack 2 times. If he has triple, he attacks 3 times. Or unless some other god reason a monster has more than that, then by the gods. Now we'll get into the spells and items and impacts. There's regular spell. There's items. There's regular spells. There's counter spells. And then there's impact cards. Now, items can be equipped like so. Put over your flag. So pretty much you're now fighting. You're going to be in the fighting zone and start attacking your opponent and destroying their monsters. And then we have regular spells that can only be activated during your turn. Then we have spells that have counter. And don't forget, some monsters do have counter ability. The counter ability can be activated during the other player's turn. Unless the card has some requirement, like it can only activate during the final phase or blah, 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 stuff like that. Then we have impact cards, which can only be activated during the final phase, which I'll get into the phases afterwards. You can only play one of them, unless your card says otherwise, like other stuff that says otherwise, then you can activate only one. That's pretty much all for the main card archetype, not archetypes, but like cards. So now we're at the turn program. Oh god, I suck. I'm sorry. We have the start phase, draw. So I'll better explain it by just doing it for you visual people. Start your turn off. 6 cards in your hand. 2 gauge. Simple. Oop. Then once you decide who's going first, who goes second, you call raise the flag. And you flip your buddy up. You don't have to say the flag name. We say it because we're just goofs like that. So we say, I fight for Dragon World. Just get on with it. That's your starting phase. Now, if you're going first, you cannot draw. However, you can charge and draw. What is charge and draw? Choose a card in your hand. Let's see. I have all these item cards and I don't need all of them. So I'll get rid of 1, charge, and draw the top card of my deck. Also, the person who goes first can only attack once this turn. So I don't have any monsters in my hand, so I'm just gonna come out with the item. And some cards have paying costs, like item cost. The cost is pay 1 gauge. So you pay your gauge, boop, and you bring your item. Now you enter your battle phase. After you're done with all your spells and your items, then you go into battle phase. I attack the fighter for 2. Attack him to the face. If he has no monster center, usually he does, and because it's the first turn. Then you go into final phase, which if you have like let's say an impact card like this that can be activated, unless you make the requirement for it, or there's set impact spells like Death Count Requiem, which you'll see in the live duel. not live duel, Jesus Christ, live fight in the next video that will be posted, you can activate it during the turn. It becomes a set spell. Set spells are, they're, how would I say it? They're spells that can be set, as I said it right there, but face up like this, and you can have an infinite amount of them. It sounds weird, but most people only have like 2 or 3. That's that. And that's pretty much it for your turn. You would just wait for your opponent, and you would just keep going on with it, and just simple as that. Just, you know, shield, counter to make sure you don't die, draw. You don't need this card. Charge and draw. Hey, look, I got a monster. Pay its requirements. Come on out. Like, it's simple. It looks hard, but I suck at explaining stuff. That's just me. I apologize. But that's as best as I can explain it to you. It's not that hard. If you want to see a visual version of it, I'm going to throw a live fight up on the channel in a couple of minutes after this video. So, yeah, hopefully this was helpful for y'all. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it and badly for you. But, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, which I doubt you did, hit that like button down below. Also, remember if you're not a part of the Basta Nation, hit that subscribe button because you know you're Basta. In your way, catch you later. Much love, as always. Bye-bye.
Must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow.